Hi, Ange.
Hey, Leslie, what's cooking? Good looking.
All good in the
Good,
neighborhood.
good.
Welcome to another episode of Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Glad to
You
have
know
you with
what?
us today.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. But I'm always gonna be like rushing into welcome to another episode of Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn because I get so distracted sometime that I'll forget. And then 20 minutes into the podcast, people may be like, who are we listening to?
Who is this? Who is
Is
this?
this?
I've been trying to catch
Well,
you, so.
Mm. Ange,
Mm,
your outfit matches with your background.
okay.
You're into this color wheel and all of this stuff.
I'm
And
into. I
it's
didn't
a
do
little
this on
similar in the
purpose.
same family as what I'm wearing.
Yeah, we're coordinated. We're coordinated.
I
You
I
shouldn't be
put this
surprised at this
on.
point.
No, no, no. I'm not surprised, but I put this on. When I start laughing like that, there's a story, right?
There is a meander coming, even though you don't call it that because it's not me.
Right, right, right. But I realize, and this is going to be one of the new things that I'm going to stick to for 2024, but it's not a problem for me because it's not a new thing,
Okay.
that I'm not going to do a lot of shopping.
Oh, right,
And,
right.
I keep things, my
Forever.
clothing and things for a long time,
Yes, you
right?
do. Yes.
This I put on. So I got this sweater from Kim Coles.
No, you did not. What?
Remember when I used to visit her in LA? And I think it was around the
Yes.
time she was still doing Living Single.
Right.
I used to raid her closets
Oh
and come
my.
back with like all these clothes because
Oh
she was this
my.
shopaholic, right?
Right. Right. Wear it
And
one
then
time
she
and
would
move on.
exactly all these designer things and whatever. I
Right.
would come home with the mother load. So this is one of the sweaters that I got
It's
from
gorgeous.
him, right?
Yeah, with the
It's actually
ribbing.
part of a sweater set and it has pearls and you see,
Oh, wow. It's beautiful.
yeah,
You
so
couldn't really tell from far away. Good.
but Ange, I must have had this for 30 years, maybe 28, 30 years.
Leslie. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I really don't know what
And
to, I don't
you
know
know
how to
me, I
react to
keep
that.
shoes, I
You
keep
do.
clothes.
You do.
And they're like
It's a
like you
thing.
would never know that I keep stuff. So here's the reason why I won't be doing much more shopping in my life. I'm
Okay.
gonna run out of time. I was just thinking recently, it's like if I keep things for even 20 more years,
Right, right. The stuff you bought yesterday, for example.
if I bought things
Right.
yesterday, I'm gonna run out of time to wear them.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
So I gotta stop shopping now so that I can
Yes.
have it if I live another 20 years,
Yes.
maybe 25. I've
Yes.
got all the things I need.
Plus, Les, you know that there are a lot of things in your closet with the tag still on them.
Not a lot, but
Oh,
some. Because
Leslie.
I some.
You,
Okay. A lot is
okay.
relative, so
Okay,
that's
okay, all
very
right. Yes,
subjective.
a lot is
But
relative,
anyway,
but
so I remembered this that I'm not going to be doing a lot more shopping because
yeah,
this is 30 years old and
right.
it
And it
does
still
not look
looks
30 years
amazing.
old. Mhm.
So here's a question. To what extent do you want me to hold you accountable to that
Zero,
declaration?
zero.
So when I come up again, okay, all right,
No,
I
and the
will just,
reason is because I don't need your stinking
I don't need your
accountability.
stink, but
No,
okay,
because
all
I'm pretty
right.
resolving this. This is not something that I'm struggling with.
Leslie, what are you
Just
talking about?
shopping.
You must not think I know you.
This is not a struggle for me, and I promise you, I don't have a problem. I don't have places to store things. I don't need any more. I'm blessed to say I have all that I need, and I really don't shop very, very rarely. But anywho,
Okay.
let's move
Can
on.
I ask you just one question? One.
And then we can move on.
Yes.
How you like my sweater?
How many pairs of
Hey,
black?
listen, wait. You can tell, you can tell that this is a 30-year-old sweater because it has shoulder pads. So
Oh,
if I just
yeah.
eliminate the shoulder pads, and it's a little too big,
Right.
but if I eliminate
Right.
the shoulder pads, you would think it was brand new.
Yeah, I like shoulder pads
Wait
though.
till
I
Kim
think they're
hears about
cool.
this.
That's so hilarious.
She won't
We got
even
to tag
remember
her.
it.
We'll tag
Yeah,
her
let's
on this.
tag her. Okay.
Okay, so did you hear my question?
Oh, no, go ahead. What?
How many pairs of black boots do you have? Just answer it. Don't evaluate. How many
I
pairs
have
of
a
black
lot,
boots?
maybe
Give me a
7.
number. Okay, so I'm talking about everything other than shoes, not just ankle boots versus above the knee versus mid calf.
Right. I
Everything.
said about 7.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to mention the time
I I was gonna get your permission.
recently? Oh, we got to put the picture up, or we got to put a link to something. Okay,
We'll
I'll
do
be
it in
honest.
Patreon. We'll put a
When I go to work very early in the morning, I'm at work sometime at 6:30 in the morning, at 7. So
Oh my
very often I
gosh.
am leaving the house without too much thinking.
Right.
There was a time when I was really busy. I was gonna leave work, head to a conference, and then head to Brooklyn to go to a friend's father's wake. When I got to work, I'm sitting at the nurse's station before I changed into my scrubs. And the nurse next to me said, "Why are you wearing high heels to work?" And I looked down and I'm like, "These are not very high." And I looked down and I had on 2 different boots,
Two different black boots.
2 different black ankle boots. And we were crying. And I laughed so hard I cried. But she said to me, like, "Didn't you notice the difference in the heel height?"
This is
It had to be like an inch and a half difference between the right and the left.
no, 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 no.
And you know what? I said, well, now that you mention it, but I was moving so fast in the
Oh
morning
my
from leaving the
goodness.
house to driving in the car to
Right,
running into the hospital to walking
right.
through the hospital
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
planting myself at the nurse's
Right,
station for
right.
this conversation. I look down and I'm like, I never noticed.
Incredible.
So
And
that just tells me I have too much. All right, I'll say that. But the other thing is sometimes we just gotta slow down and notice
sometimes you
the
gotta
limp
slow
in our
down.
walk.
Right. And you wouldn't even have noticed if she didn't say anything. It's not like you
I don't think I would have noticed unless
right,
until I took them off, probably.
right. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
And
and
I had so many
listen,
stops to make after, but it happened.
listen. This is not about judgment. It is me supporting what you want for yourself. So, um, and I wanted you honestly to admit
Have
that
2 shoes that match.
you you you
Have too
get the
much.
things that you like.
I do. That's why I say
Yeah.
I need nothing
So,
more. Thank the
right,
Lord.
right, 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 right. Um,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
so now that this
So
was about laughing at Leslie so far,
no, can I mention one other thing? This is really quick. So it was another pair of boots when I visited and I had a photo shoot, even though we don't wear the same size shoe. And those boots had never been worn. And I know you've had them for a long time.
at least 3 years, I've never worn them.
Yes,
They're
never been
fabulous
worn.
thigh high,
I had to
high heel
take the
boots.
stuffing out of them. Actually, I probably should have put it back in so it would, but I didn't have to walk in them. I just had to pose in them, so they were fine. But you'd never worn them.
I've got too
So
much.
this is what I'm saying. Anyway, shopping closet over at Leslie's house. Whoop whoop.
Woo! I
Party time.
in that regard, I gave him quite a number of things, and he collected boxes and boxes of things because he took them to the migrant shelters this
Oh,
morning
oh,
to
nice,
give away.
nice,
Not that
nice.
they would likely appreciate thigh high
Well,
boots, but
they probably would.
they weren't included in the
Oh,
loot. They were not included. But we gave away quite a number of things to people who are in need. So
nice. Very compassionate of you.
let's do something fun today.
Let's,
So I sent
let's.
you, we did this actually back in, I think season one or two. We did something similar to this. We started asking each other questions.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember? And
I
there
do.
was a lot of fun. So
It was fun.
I think we could use some fun.
Let's go. I don't
I'm
know because I
sniffling because
saw
I'm
some of
getting over
those.
the flu still. But
You sent me one of those.
yeah, so I sent you
So say what it
this
is. Yeah.
card game. It's called Am I Trippin'?
You tripping? Are you
You
tripping?
tripping? And am I tripping? It's how black people talk to each other. Like, you tripping, girl. You tripping. Am I
Leslie, I can't
tripping?
believe you're
No, you tripping.
explaining it.
What is that like? What did they
Like
call
it's
that?
a different language.
It is a different language. People like, why you say, am I tripping? Without the G.
Why,
Without the
why
G.
you
It's
tripping?
not tripping.
Why you tripping?
Why you tripping?
Why
People
you
gotta know that
tripping?
this is real because we black
Yes.
boomer besties
Yes,
from
we
Brooklyn.
are
We ain't just
completely
besties from
from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Shit.
Hmm.
Like next
Anyway,
level. Yes.
so it's an adult party game where players make a case for who's tripping in scenarios ranging from annoying yet harmless to, oh, hell no. All right, so that's the game. So it's
Okay.
supposed to be like a um icebreaker
Mm.
or just a way to
Hmm.
laugh or whatever.
Right,
So
right, right.
you thought that it might be a nice idea for us to look at some of these
I
cards and
think
talk
they're
about it.
hilarious. I think we could
I
fight
haven't
over
looked
some
at
of
them
them.
yet. Are
Wait.
you
Did you
just looking for a
mention?
reason to fight me?
Uh, yeah,
You
yeah.
lucky you over
And to
there.
record
You
it.
lucky you over
I want
there.
it recorded. I want it. I'll
All
give
right,
you a
so I
knuckle
just picked up
sandwich.
a couple.
A knuckle sandwich. Did you want to mention
Oh
who created the
yes.
game? Yeah.
Well, we'll put it in
Yeah,
the
but say
notes,
it too.
but I found out about this card game from one of the Sirius XM radio hosts, Reecie Colbert. She
Reecie
put this
Colbert.
game together. And here we go.
Yeah. She's on Urban View, yeah?
She's on OpenView, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's hear it. Don't look,
Oh,
just pull it.
don't look, just okay. I hate
Mm.
when I am minding my business while shopping and a stranger asks me questions like I work at the store. Every time it happens, I make a scene and go completely off. Am I tripping?
Oh, wow.
That's nuanced and layered.
Yes. Okay, that's why it's in there. It's supposed to
That's,
create conversation.
you
Okay.
want to go first?
Sure. Sure. So the way the game is played, and we're not gonna, do it exactly, but either the answer is, am I tripping? So it's either, yeah, you're
Yes or
tripping,
no? Uh-huh.
or what was the other one? Is there
That
like
was it.
it's on the thing?
Am
No,
I
it's like
tripping?
you hold it up. You hold it up, and it's
Oh,
like,
I
am I
didn't know.
tripping?
I
And
don't
it's
know. I don't know about
you
that.
see,
I didn't read that. I
received
just opened the box.
I received the gift from Leslie. I
Hmm.
didn't know who it was from until
I told
she
you.
asked me about it. I read all of the instructions. I saw what's included. I put it in a nice bag to keep it um, uh, in good shape
For
until
the
it's
next
used.
20 years
All the
until we
things for
die.
the next 20 years. Um,
But I'll be wearing
so,
my sweater.
okay, am I tripping?
Uh-huh.
I
Going
would,
off when somebody asks
right,
you, talks to you like you work in
Leslie.
the store.
Okay, I could see how that could be annoying as heck
Why?
because she mentioned it happens often. So it may be just that first time that person did it to them, but if it happens to you many times or several times more than you are comfortable, it's just a too bad that that person is gonna
Hmm.
get the brunt of it. But I think that that would annoy the crap out of me if that were the case. If that happened to me, I
Well,
don't know that I would. I don't know that I would kind of go
go
off,
off, right?
but I might. It depends. If I was hangry, if something else happened, and this was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. But I could see a situation. Um, Not as often now because I've really found a peaceful place in my life. But I could understand that happening to someone. I'll say it that way. What do you
All
think?
right. I think that w- what's not, what we're not, what you haven't mentioned is why this person may be upset if people keep asking. It's
Okay.
happened to me a few times, and
Hmm.
it's it's based on a racist.
It could be.
It could be based on a
Hmm.
racist idea that it depends also on the type of store it is and whatever,
What the
but
person is wearing, if the person
right,
is
right,
wearing
right.
all black, or
But
yes.
it could be that the salespeople in this establishment all
Hmm.
look a certain way, and
Right.
if you are shopping in this establishment,
Right.
you're not a shopper, but rather you're the employed at the
Right.
store. All right, that
Right.
would be annoying if that's the implication.
Right.
The other the other thing where I would say, like, girl, you tripping. Because me, I'm this helpful, jolly-go-lucky
Like helpful
unicorn.
Harriet.
I don't care what the hell I'm wearing. Sometimes I go out dressed very casually or dressed down in my holy jeans, as Ern hates, or very dressed up. But I'm like, if somebody asks, and if I know, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over there. And oh, I just saw a sale. And oh, so they may they may assume I'm the help, and
Yes.
there I go acting like the help.
There you go, making it bad for the rest of us.
Exactly, exactly. But it would annoy me if I felt that people were asking me as though I could not be a shopper in that store. And I've had
Got
that
it.
experience.
Got it. As if you're the help. I see.
And
Okay.
that's when I
Yeah.
just got to go off and buy some crazy expensive thing just
Oh
because I
my
can,
gosh.
and then the next day return it.
Make sure it's not on
You know,
final sale.
the same thing, right? The same thing is when you're ignored in the store by like salespeople or whatever. And
Yes.
it's like, man, I would have bought this, but
Yes.
sorry, my money's
Yes.
not good here.
Yes. Didn't that
And that
happen?
becomes a more serious, obviously we've all had those
Right.
circumstances.
Didn't that happen when you and Erin were in Europe in some of the stores? Or no? Maybe
No,
it was
no,
something
actually
else.
they were very gracious and
Oh, it happened to
offered
Oprah.
us they offered us champagne to the point where when we were shopping here at one of the designer stores, Ern says, "Where's my champagne?" And they literally went and got him. This was in Greenwich, Connecticut. They
Very
literally
good.
went and got
Very
him some
good.
champagne.
Very good.
So
Very good.
I'm like,
Yes.
Ern, you know you don't drink champagne.
Yeah.
He
Oh
did
yeah,
that
yes.
night,
Yeah.
that time. But
It's
anyway,
it's the principle of the thing.
it's the
Okay.
principle.
All right.
All
So
right.
is she tripping? What did we decide?
No, well, it depends.
No, it
We
has
don't
to, it's
have
a
to,
game. We
it's
have to decide.
whatever we want to do with it.
Decide. Decide.
She's tripping.
She's tripping. Girl, you tripping. Okay.
Girl, you
I
tripping.
would I would go that way. Girl, you tripping.
Okay. Next question. The most I will tip for a takeout order is $5, regardless of the order amount.
Girl,
You tripping.
you tripping.
$5
What?
for a takeout order? I
That
tip zero.
Wait a minute. Wait. Les, hold.
Takeout
we're
order
reacting the same way in two
in
different
the opposite
directions.
direction. Wait, 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 wait.
Les,
It
no matter
says
the
the
bill?
most I will tip for a takeout order is $5. And I
Yes.
could pick up a takeout order for $200. I am not tipping anything. It's takeout,
Okay.
it's not delivery.
Okay.
All right.
I
What are you hearing?
no, I I'm just thinking what I the times when I haven't done that. When I have left a tip, why? I usually don't. Honestly, I usually don't for a takeout. For a takeout order. Um yeah. So is she tripping or is she not
She
tripping?
ain't tripping.
She ain't
Five
tripping.
dollars is the most you need to leave, if anything.
Right, if any. Okay.
Girl, you right, you right, you right,
You right, you right, you
you
right.
right, you
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not, pulling these. I'm just randomly,
Sure,
okay?
sure. Yeah, that's fine.
This might hit home.
Oh no, Leslie, don't
No, 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 no.
embarrass
No,
me.
no, no, no. It's
Don't.
me. My
Okay.
spouse and I have been trying to cut back on subscription services. So I suggested we share an Amazon Prime account. They said no because they do not need me to question them about their purchases.
Oh,
This is my
snap.
life on a card right now, right here. Since I don't
Okay.
bother them now about how they spend their money, I think they are saying no because they have something to hide. Am I tripping?
Okay, you go first on that one.
This is too triggering for me. I'm gonna punt it.
You're gonna punt? Pass. That's okay. You can pass. I will say nothing. I will say nothing.
I say nothing about my
Yes,
partner shopping and whether or not I have a problem with it.
that's right. Listen, when I last
And
had a
sneaking
husband,
purchases in the house.
it was prior to these subscription services being so prolific. So I will,
Okay.
yes.
Next. You
Next.
see how we handled that? That
I
was good and
know. It's
diplomatic.
next.
Yep. And I stay married. I patiently waited for 10 minutes before someone skipped the line to ask a question. When the person had the audacity to try to order, I told them they needed to go to the back of the line and wait like everybody else. Instead of instead of the cashier siding with me, he said, "No, it's fine. Go ahead with your order." So I cussed them both out. Am I tripping?
I don't know if I would cuss, but they would hear about it. They would definitely hear about it. They would definitely hear about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I wouldn't do the cuss thing, but you ain't
Yeah.
tripping. They need to hear about
They
it.
need to that's rude. That's rude. Yeah, I would have to tell them
Especially if
something.
somebody on the line says, "Come on now, you got to go to the back of the line." And then the
Right.
cashier's like, "Oh no."
Yes. Right, right. The
Yeah.
thing is that it should be your choice, not their choice. They should defer to you and say, "Do you mind?" And you can decide whether you're feeling okay about it or not. That I like when folks do that with
Hmm.
me. Like
Yeah.
if sometimes if you're online and then they want to step off to do something, I don't like when people just do that
Saying like,
without
"Would you
saying
hold my
something to
spot
you.
for a minute?" Like they just leave and then they
Right.
try to sidle
Cause
back. It's like you left the line.
right, because I will move their cart over to the side and keep going. I mean,
No,
it's
you would move a if they. No, Ange.
listen, the
If they have a
alternative.
cart there and they run to the line, you would actually move their cart if they don't say
Listen,
anything to you.
listen. What
Oh,
is
you
the
that
hold
girl?
on? What is the alternative? You're pushing their cart for them?
I've done that. Or I've like moved up, but then when they came back, I allowed them to move the cart up. But I've done both. But I'm
I'm
wondering if
tripping.
they said anything before
I've never moved a cart over. But they would see it on my face if they took advantage of it. Because if it's quick, of course. But if it's,
But people don't do that if they have more shopping to do and they've done half and get online.
Do you recognize this is a common theme for you? You had the same people don't do that when
I know.
With Ray's situation when Ray
Oh, I
said,
remember.
yeah,
Yeah, they do.
same thing. It's like
Yeah.
people are
Well, maybe that's right. That's my
you're
okay.
leaning.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay. I want to
Here
hear
we go
comments
with,
on
you
these.
know what? This Reecie Colbert is a troublemaker because she keeps talking about the spouse. And I don't say too much about
I
my
want to hear
spouse,
it. I
if
want
you
to hear
guys have noticed.
it. I want to hear it.
My spouse bought me an expensive designer bag, but I knew I would rarely carry it. When I saw an identical fake version, I decided to buy it, sell the real one, and pocket the difference. My spouse hasn't even noticed, and I'm not going to tell them. Am I tripping? You doggone liar, you are tripping. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Why is it crazy?
All right, first of all, I don't have that kind of relationship with my spouse that I
Okay.
gotta. There's so many reasons why this doesn't apply to me. One,
Okay. Well, give your opinion though,
okay,
not
on
if it's
what the person did.
yeah, sure, sure. Yeah.
All right, the my opinion is I don't like dishonesty, and
Uh-huh.
to me that's like theft almost.
Ooh,
It's
theft.
well,
Okay.
it's like if you need money,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many reasons why this is crazy. Why you tripping, girl? You tripping?
What if she was going to use the money to get him something for his birthday or to have a birthday party for him? So
No.
it's not a selfish thing.
No, I don't like the dishonesty of
Okay.
pretending that it's the same bag
Yep.
and pocketing the money. If I needed money to do something and I didn't have it, I would ask Earn for the money,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd give it to
Yeah.
me. That's one thing.
Right.
Even if I said I need it for something and I can't tell you what it was, he would give if I needed it like that.
Right.
That's one thing. But two, I wouldn't want him every time I had the bag, I wouldn't want him thinking this is the bag that he got me when it
Right.
wasn't.
Right.
That's the
Right.
other thing. But it's similar to a circumstance that I had one either Christmas or my birthday. Ern bought me this really, I'll use nice in quotes, Chanel bag, right?
Uh-huh. Expensive. How about
Obviously, it
that?
was expensive, right?
Right.
And, he presented it to me, but, Ern is a lot more conservative than
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am. I didn't like it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But I told him, thank you, but I don't like it. I don't think I'll carry it. I didn't want him to spend money on something that I wasn't going to use. And I swapped it with, him knowing. I said, can I trade it in
Wow.
for something else that I like? And that,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah, but
but
that should be on a card,
it's the
Les.
don't say. Well, I
Yeah.
think the alternative, I could have just kept the bag and never used it.
That's the all.
Yeah, that's
I
why
think that
waste a man's money.
that's not wasting the money. I think
Oh,
that should
because
be a different.
I understand. It's money well spent.
Yeah.
Well, if I had the bag, then I would use it, and most likely I
Right.
would get to like it. You know what I mean? You know how
Right.
things grow on you or whatever. How people may get things for you that you don't think is for you. Because in retrospect, now I probably like the bag.
Right. Right. Yeah, that should be a separate card with that
Hmm.
on it. If you told your
Should you
husband,
tell your spouse that you don't like the gift? Can you
yeah,
trade it for something else?
yeah, that should be a, are you tripping? Am I
Oh, you
tripping?
tripping? All right. So what do you think about them? My spouse hasn't
Yeah,
even noticed, and I'm not going to tell them. Am I tripping?
no, yeah, you tripping. Because
Yeah, come
no,
on.
honesty, come on now. Come on now. You know we
Pocket the
can't keep up a
difference.
lie. We can't keep up a
Yeah,
lie.
I don't
Mm-mm.
like that.
I can't live like that. I
All
cannot.
right.
One more? You're keeping track of
You want to
time?
do one more? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna can I choose one?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Cheater. Cheater, cheater.
I had dinner with friends. when I saw my friend who barely touched their food was going to toss it out. I did not want to let a perfectly good plate of food go to waste, so I brought it home. I gave it to my spouse since they said they were hungry, but did not mention before they were halfway done eating that the leftovers were from someone else's plate. Am I tripping?
Oh, snap. I thought she was going to say she gave it to her dog. Oh, snap.
I'll tell you why this is a
Oh,
little it's a little weird one, but it kind of hits close to home,
oh,
right?
Lord.
Um, am I tripping? I would not I don't think I would mention at all where it came from
Okay.
because I would not share something with my husband or a family member or myself that I thought was unclean or whatever. Very
Mm-hmm.
often the way that I eat, and I usually don't eat all of my food. I'll separate food on a plate, that I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to eat and not eat. So it's
Right.
not like I'm going back and forth. You know what I mean?
I do.
So I wouldn't bring home anything that I thought was unclean or unsanitary. And as a
Right.
result, I wouldn't mention that because I think
Okay.
that would be a little off-putting and rude.
Okay. So, how does this line up in terms of honesty, like we just talked about? Withholding information, you know better. How does that fit in with that?
I mean, it's like I don't determine, I don't think that the disclosure is relevant.
But you said you thought he would find it so.
Oh, I did say that. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Ooh. All right. So, is she tripping?
What do you think?
Okay, throw me under the bus. Um, I I would say it. I would tell them. So she's tripping.
So she didn't mention it until they were halfway done eating that the leftovers was from someone else's plate.
I I wouldn't do that. She's tripping. She's tripping. Because for me, you would know something over you would know something, a truth that you're not disclosing to someone else, whomever it is. And that to me is where the
Ma-
disconnect happens.
But does intent have anything to do with it? Like I might bring a plate home, put it in the fridge or leave it on the counter or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and not remember to say or not withhold it intentionally. I think we're
Okay.
like, I'm not going to tell them that it was somebody else's. I don't know.
I think
I don't like the sound of that.
the way that it was written though,
Was that she
she
intentionally withheld it, right?
right until he
Okay,
halfway
girl,
because
you
she
tripping. Don't
decided,
do that to your husband. Don't do that. Don't do that.
girl, you tripping, that's not cool.
All right.
I don't
I
like
think
it.
we had some fun with this, maybe.
Yeah, I like it. We're out of time.
I think we're out of time.
Okay. I'd like to revisit this. We have other card sets. I don't know if I have it here though, but there are other card sets that are really. Oh, speaking of which, I had some that I left at your house. Hmm. I wonder if they'll be there when I get back.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Omari
They were
does
too
that.
heavy to carry.
Hmm.
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 I know.
And
I
here
just heard from him.
I thought that if you leave something at my house,
It's
it's
yours.
mine.
Yeah, I see you give
Because
me back my toothbrush. Huh?
you leave gifts when you
I
leave sometime. You do.
Yeah,
Why
and I
wouldn't I
gift them
assume that
to
it was
you.
one of them?
How about because I didn't say here, Les?
Oh, that
I'm,
would have been a clue.
I'm
That might have
leaving
been a
this for
clue.
you.
You know what?
Little things like,
I'm done with you. This has been another episode of Black Boomer Besties from Brooklyn.
oh my gosh, Brooklyn.